I'm happy to be here for two reasons. One, of course, the fact that Higher Education Forum is doing its 5th annual convention, and we'll talk about that a little later. But I'm happier still because I got to see this lovely institute today. I think the first thing that came to my mind was small is beautiful. It's a very small place, but every square inch has that personal involvement and a certain imagination put into this place. And Mr. Chopra, I really congratulate you for what you've set up, and I feel that if you have a larger space, probably you can give this state an institution of excellence. The government's education policy, higher education policy, has taken from the Planning Commission, and it's based on the 3 E's. E for expansion, E for excellence, and E for equity. I'll just give you some figures, and figures are, well, they'll speak for themselves, and you'll understand the rapid pace at which the expansion of higher education is taking place. But in a country like India, even before quality, or perhaps alongside quality, it is quantity. There are large pockets of this country and in this state where a large number of people want higher education, but there are just no facilities. So our first challenge, as we see it, is open new institutions, new universities, new colleges, both in the public and the private sector. Then look at equality or equity, which means that once you've created an institution, allow the marginalized sections of society to come in and to participate. So maybe some reservation for OBCs, for women, for other marginalized sections of society. And last but not the least, very importantly, ensure that while you do the expansion and while you bring in inclusion, emphasize quality. It's a huge challenge, but that's how we are progressing. In 66 years in West Bengal, a total of 38 government degree colleges were set up. I'll repeat that for impact. In 66 years, 38 government degree colleges were set up. As I speak today, 32 new government colleges are being set up. And when I say being set up, they are not on paper. You can visit the sites and you will see that buildings have started coming up. So what we did in 66 years, we are now doing in 24 months. And some of these colleges, in fact most of them are coming up in underserved and unserved areas like the Jungle Mahal. In districts where you did not have law and order and you had an insurgency problem. We are coming up with as many as 9 government general degree colleges in a single district, which is Paschim Midnapur. And that's the district which is now reaping the rewards of socio-economic development as a result of the peace that has come in the last 2 years. So 9 government colleges, this is unthinkable, in a single district. 32 under construction. And of these, for example, 2 are government engineering colleges, each one costing 30 crores. One is coming up in Kuch Bihar, the other one is in Purulia. And apart from the colleges, let's just look at the number of universities we've set up. And again, set up not on paper, they're actually running. In the last 24 months, we have set up 6 universities. And considering that the state in the last 66 years set up just 13, you can imagine the kind of numbers that I'm talking about. So 13 universities in 66 years and 6 universities in 2 years. So what I'm trying to tell you is that this government is extremely serious about higher education. Higher education, education per se, but higher education even more so, is the foundation on which rapid economic progress depends. And having realized that, we are undertaking a huge number of steps, whether it starts from the amount of public investment being made in higher education, the number of posts being created, or any other step that's required to improve higher education in the state. Huge expansion, and I can tell you, 50 years or 100 years down the line, when the history of this period is written, I say this with humility, the 1 or 2 facts that will be prominently recorded by historians will be that it was this period that saw West Bengal jump on the national stage, even on the international stage, in terms of higher education. Our vision is to reclaim the mantle of being the intellectual capital of the country, which we were once upon a time.